To show or not to show? That is the question. Real estate agents, you might not like this video. If you're an agent, be forewarned.
Three, two, one.
All right, Chris Wright here, Oxford Property Group. So there's a common practice in the real estate industry where people reach out to real estate agents and tell them that they're interested in seeing a house, that's listed on the market. And the first thing many agents say is, "Are you pre-approved?" I've been a real estate trainer. I used to actually teach agents to ask this question in various ways, looking for a delivery that lands softly, a delivery that would not offend the customer. And then as I'm starting to watch, the home buying community, home buying habits, it's all changed and it's shifted. And I've had a change of heart, when it comes to handling, home buyers. So think about this. Real estate is the only sales industry, the only one that asks customers to show me the money before I help you. And yes, I know all the reasons why agents ask that question, so there's no need to rebut my argument or, whisper that I'm crazy. I can't see what you're saying. I really don't, I'm not going to think about that. But picture, if you will, you go to a restaurant, you tell the hostess, "Table for two," and they respond, "Before I seat you, will this be cash or credit?" Or, "How will you be paying for your meal today?" When you go to a jeweler, you tell the sales associate that you would like to see that fancy watch in the cabinet there. And they say to you, "Before I show you this watch, I want to make sure you can afford it. It's diamond studded, it's a high end Philippe Patek, whatever they call it." All right. "I can set you up for financing, or will you be paying cash or using a credit card today?" All right. Here's one more scenario. You walk on a car lot. You ask the salesman, "Hey, I'd like to see the interior of this car. Can you grab the keys for me?" The salesman goes, "That's great. But before I grab the keys, how will we be paying for your new car? Are you pre-approved?" I might feel some kind of way about that. Just saying. So in all those aforementioned scenarios, if that happened to you, would you be offended? Especially if you're a certain race, ethnicity, nationality. Real estate agents insult people in the very first interaction, and they don't even realize it. Because money discussions are one of the most sensitive subjects in human interactions. Ask a financial advisor, ask a banker, ask a lender. People do not like talking about their money, right? And the first thing that people are asked about is their finances by real estate agents. And I don't care how softly you try to ask it, it lands awkwardly sometimes. So my thought is, don't do it. Right. So the second part, there's two parts here. The second part of this is, do you know what the number one job of a real estate agent is? The number one priority? You might be thinking to sell houses. No. The number one job of a real estate agent is to build and grow a customer base, to go out and find people who will buy or sell with them when the time comes, right? And that means meeting people, talking to people, talking about real estate with anyone and everyone, getting contact information, building relationships, shaking hands, kissing babies. And we do that by calling people, sending them mailers, thank you cards, short, quick emails. Just anything to remind them that we're agents. And we want to stay top of mind, as I mentioned in a previous video that I made. All right, so our first impression is the most important and the longest lasting impression. So why would we start a new relationship awkwardly? Ask yourself that. Imagine being on a date, new date. Your first question is at the date, "How much money do you have in the bank?" How would that make you feel being on the receiving end of that? You probably say, "Waiter, check," and you're out of there. Like a bad Tinder date or something like that. So, not that I've ever done Tinder. That was way after I was married. Anyway, so Zillow is the number one real estate sales company in the world. And they tell agents in their training, do not ask about finances. Call the customer and get the appointment. The top producers who purchase Zillow leads and they're successful with them, they never ask about finances. They just set the appointment. Because the first priority of a real estate agent, as I mentioned, is finding customers to buy with you, not to sell houses. If the agent is asking them about finances, what is he or she doing? They are more interested in selling houses, not making new customers, friends, or relationships. So for that reason, I do not ask, are you pre-approved? Or how do you plan to pay for your new home? Or do you have a home to sell? It just sounds desperate to me. I get it. Some of you agents out there, you may feel differently, but it sounds desperate. Like you're seeking red meat and you're a lion. And it can be offensive no matter how you say it, no matter how softly you lay it down. I'm going to end on this note though, because this is a long video. I get it. I know why it's done. Agents will tell you, I don't want to waste my time, my gas, my money, my energy, meeting and showing people homes who aren't ready to buy. And some will tell you they have better things to do with their time than drive all over the city or all over town, showing homes to unqualified people, right? But the truth of the matter is, businesses of all types open their doors to unqualified people. Like businesses open their doors to browsers, tire kickers all day, all week. They don't say, don't come into my store, don't walk onto my lot, don't walk into my showroom unless you're qualified to buy. More customers browse furniture stores than buy. They want to see the furniture. They want to see what's new. They want to imagine themselves sitting or like laying on a sofa in their mattresses. They want to try out recliners. They have no money to buy, and not yet anyway. Customers like to test drive cars. They try on diamond rings. They try on clothes and coats and suits and hats. People just like to see themselves in products and homes before they buy. Some people even like to see houses they can't even afford. So they can dream or they can create goals or have aspirations that one day I'm going to own a house like this. But sometimes you have to visualize it. You have to see it and imagine yourself in it. And I want to help you with that. And I want to become your friend. So the next time you talk to an agent on the phone that you've never met and they ask you about your finances in the first conversation, kindly hang up or kindly walk away and then call me. I'm a full-time agent. And part of my day is reserved for meeting new people to put into my database of customers. And then after we become friends, then we can talk about options for purchasing. Then you can tell me what your plans are financially, or you can ask me questions about financing and the partners that I have that can help you with the financial questions. I have loan originators, I have credit repair people, I have all those relationships. So that's it. Unpopular opinion amongst agents. I want to put it out there. Chris Wright, Oxford Property Group, building relationships one house at a time. You guys take care.